It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
And welcome to the realm of geekdom. This is Nerd Breaking News. I got the Professor, the Kid, the Eagle with me. We are following all the bronies across from the West Coast to the East Coast, and we're going to land in Philadelphia. But before we talk about that, let's go ahead and make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that bell before you miss any of our episodes. So now we have a Philadelphia super team, guys. Well, what are your first takes? Let's go with the Eagle first as our NBA analyst.
Man, isn't the NBA the greatest the greatest free agency in the world? I'm not gonna say the greatest sport. We know that's up for debate, and a lot of people will say the NFL. But in terms of free agency moves, what a time to be alive. I'll go quick on this because I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me. There's two ways that this can go down. Either this goes really good, and we're talking about NBA Finals appearance and possibly an NBA championship, which is the reason why LeBron went there, or it goes horribly bad, and they probably reach the playoffs, and it's probably a second round or conference finals exit, which, in my opinion, it would be a total failure, right? Because the whole point, just like it says right there, it's ring chase, right? Like that's the narrative that's been going on. In certain parts, this reminds me a little bit of when Kawhi Leonard joined the LA Clippers, right? And alongside Paul George. Mind you, Paul George is part of this whole situation being traded to the Celtics, which is weird. It always seems like he's part of a trade, but not in the successful side. And it's crazy. Probably for another video, but we'll stick to this one. It's just a lot of superstars put together, right? But each have their own situations. Joel Embiid has an MVP. He's been in Philadelphia forever, drafted and whatnot. But at the end of the day, injury issues, right? LeBron, we know the whole situation. He's over 40 now, but he still thinks that he can get, he's better than probably, 90% of the NBA. Tyrese, upcoming star, great player, possibly, the best player, if you will, if not because of the trade for Jaylen Brown, who should be the leading scorer in this team. I think that there's going to be a situation where there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of expectations, and it's just whether they're just going to be short, right? And at the end of the day, look at the situation with the Clippers, right? Like they looked around, they even got a really good supporting cast for the team, and at the end of the day, it just didn't work out. Mind you, we're talking about Philadelphia, which is on the East. That technically should make it easier, right? LeBron leaving the West, he saw the West Warriors road, and he basically said, "No, if I'm gonna leave, I need to go somewhere where the road is easier," right? So it just seems to me that there's a lot of chemistry that is going to be like it's LeBron's signed for 2 years, but technically, let's be honest, there's a 1-year trial. Either it works or it doesn't. Right? He has an option for the second year. So it just seems to be very awkward that he saw this thing and basically said, you know what, in a year, chemistry is going to work out. The East is going to be super easy, and we're going to be in the finals. I don't think it's going to be the way. I think the road is going to be more difficult, not in the sense of like because of the conference that they are, but because of the chemistry they have to build. So is it a super team? Yeah, it's not going to be an era. It's going to be a 1-year thing.
Well, one of the things I saw online was the comparison of the super teams to LeBron's former teammates. Like, if you look at Jaylen Brown, he kind of plays very similar to kind of like Wade did in Miami when he won his first ring.
Thank you, Professor.
Then you look at Tyrese, he's kind of like Kyrie Irving. From Cleveland, and then you have Embiid, who's like AD. So he's kind of like the typical, kind of like a similar mold of the players that he kind of won championships and put it all. So this is kind of like his super team in the way I'm seeing it. And will they have a chance? I actually don't think so. These are people that they kind of demand the ball. And now you have LeBron coming in. Let's be real. We know he's the third, fourth option and everything like that, but he's going to require that ball more. And people are going to have to adjust around him. Every time we've seen it, every time he's gone, the stars are there. Wade, Arvin, and everybody else, AD, you see that their productions drop. And we're probably going to see the same thing over here. If LeBron does that, I don't see them winning it. But if they figure out and he accepts his role, then they might have something. What's your take, Professor?
For the first time in my life, I'm going to defend LeBron James's honor. So when you're looking at what happened here, I don't think it's ring chasing at all. We have to be clear that what happened is the Lakers got tired of him and he got tired of the Lakers and he had to find a new home. That's what happened. I think we all agree there. So now the question is, well, what home do you choose? When you're looking at the Western Conference teams, why would he trust the end of his career with people who he doesn't know? So I think there's one school of thought that is, hey, he ran away from the competition. But at the end of the day, he don't know them people. The only one over there that he's close with like that is maybe Steph Curry. But LeBron James can't join Steph Curry. You know what I would say to that? ESPN would go crazy. So that knocks that out. Let me look at the Eastern Conference. I'm sure he wanted to go to the Cavaliers, but guess who's there? James Harden. James Harden is allergic to winning. That was never an option. Plus, he can't go to the Knicks because the Knicks just won. So when you're looking at the decision-making from his perspective, it's really between Miami and Philadelphia. Now, what would you do? Is anybody here going to choose Miami or Philadelphia? Like anybody? I'm a Miami Heat fan. I wouldn't do that. No. At the end of the day, when you're looking at what he did, he made the only decision that actually makes sense. And that is he joined a team with two relatively young guys who can carry him for all the times where he wants to rest in the middle of games. Because in my view, that's what the real objective is. I don't think it's winning championships at all. It would be nice if he does, but in his mind, he's already the GOAT. He doesn't need another one. He's wrong, but that's what he thinks. I don't think it's ring chasing at all. I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to extend his time playing basketball for as long as possible. And the best way to do that is to be carried by that young squad in Philadelphia. If they happen to win a ring, great. But if they don't, who cares? It's not going to matter. Because even if they do win a ring, will that change the narrative at all for anyone? No. We'll be on here the next day saying whatever. It doesn't change anything. So that's my 10 cents there.
Obviously, the kid has something to say, so go ahead. I'll give you the floor.
In the words of Luke Skywalker, this is not going to go the way you think it's going to go. This is absolutely ring chasing. To refute your argument, Professor, first of all, if it's not ring chasing, then there's never been ring chasing in the history of basketball. Jaylen Brown and Tyrese Maxey actually averaged 28 points per game last year. Both of them made the All-Star game. One of them was the Finals MVP. Joel McNee averaged 26 points a game, and we know that he's not going to last more than 41 games. It's on his contract that he can't play more than 41 games. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Edgecombe is top 2 rookie last year. He's an amazing. The progression of this kid coming to the next season is insane. That's going to be cut off because Braun's going to take over that progression. He's not going to progress as the player that he should be, so he's done.
Yes.
Then you have Anthony Simmons, the only guy on the bench who's actually worth something, averaging 16 points a game last year. He's decent. So here's the problem with this team before I go to LeBron. One, Embiid, again, contractually cannot play more than 50% of the season. So you know you're not going to get a full center. So he is kind of like AD in the sense that he's talented, but he's not going to be there. So that's a pretty good thing by TK. Jada, it was confirmed that last week that LeBron will be playing point guard for this team. Isn't that Maxey's position? What happened here? So already he took over what Maxey was going to do. So Maxey's points per game are going to go down. Jaylen Brown, he's just starting with this team 3 weeks ago. So say at the same time, I'm making fun of it, but recently he got traded over there. So we have no idea how he's going to act. We know that he's ball dominant. We know what he did with the Celtics, and to his credit, helped them stay afloat and do a great season without Jason Tatum for the majority of the season. But he's an alpha or fake alpha. Tyrese Maxey was happy when LeBron announced in Philadelphia. He's an idiot because his points per game are done. They're all going to take a backseat to a guy who still thinks he's a 1A. And the problem is, I would have gone to Miami, actually. But the reason I would have gone to Miami is because we know that Bam and Giannis, his knee's done. And we know that Bam cannot be a 1A. His wife is a 1A, but he's not. So LeBron would have been a 1A in Miami. In Philadelphia, he's going to try to be that old guy in the court. Hey, cover him, do this, do that. Well, the other young guys that be sweating bullets going, why don't you do something? Jesus, I'm here dying and playing defense all day long. This team is loaded. This team on paper should be an Eastern Conference finalist and should go to the finals. And you left your wife in LA, your kids, your son plays for the Lakers, your other kid plays in the West Coast. You're going to spend half of your time in Philadelphia and New York. You're going to be, or it's already been determined that you're going to do a documentary in your last season. It's all, he's very calculating. It's all predicated on the ring. Why? Because he's obsessed with the real GOAT, number 23, the Space Jam, the Last Dance, everything he's trying to do. He literally said it on 2 separate interviews, Professor. I don't understand ring chasing, and I chose this team on a tweet. His actual words, I want one more championship. So his own words, he's telling you that he wants one more championship. But then 2 weeks ago, whenever that podcast was on the barbershop thing, he goes, I don't understand ring culture. He's a walking contradiction. His fans are the worst. If he doesn't get a ring in Philadelphia with 28 points a game, and 26 points a game with 16 points a game, another 14 points, and you could just average, because he has to average 20. That's who he is. He'd rather lose a finals with 25 points a game and blame everybody than win a finals and get a Draymond Green triple single. Yeah. He'd rather do that because he can't help himself. I said this last year, I'm going to say it again. You guys really think that if they go to the finals and win, he's going to be happy if it's Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, or Joel Embiid get a finals MVP over him?
Yeah.
Hell no.
No.
Because there's a difference between you winning a championship as a 1A, and there's a difference when you're Robert Horry. And he is a glory. And now you want to be a point guard for this team? Nah. And again, last thing I'll say with LeBron is this is absolutely ring chasing. Is it the same level as Kevin Durant? The thing with Kevin Durant was historic. And the thing what ruins Kevin Durant's thing is that he just came off. They came back 3-1 on you.
Yeah.
They won 72 games. So I think nothing on narratively wise is going to be worse than Kevin Durant. But this is just as bad as Kevin. It's not as worse as Kevin Durant. But you're going into 3 dudes, 1 finals MVP, 1 regular season MVP, 1 top 2 rookie. Tyrese Maxey is an up-and-coming superstar. And all you have to do is get 15 points, 10 assists, and you'll be a 4th or 3rd option. You just said that his legacy won't change. You're absolutely the Bronxexuals are coming if he wins a ring. It's right on schedule. If he wins a ring, you know what's going to happen, Professor? If he gets a triple single, or let's say he gets 15, 10, and 9, and doesn't win the finals MVP, they're going to say that he was the reason they got over the hump. I'm calling it now.
Go for it.
The Bronxexuals will always be there. All they do is skeet about LeBron. They're going to be in this comment sections right after this. They are always watching 24/7. They are always activated. There's no button to push when something is already on. It's either on or it's off, and they are always on. That's
Be careful out there.
That's time. Yeah.
All right. Any final comments about the Philadelphia super team era that's coming to Philly?
I think people just wanted LeBron to join a trash team like the Miami Heat. That's what it is.
I think there's a lot of hate and no respect for the actual champions, and the Knicks could beat this team.
I would hope that this is the last straw, and it shows that super teams are not necessarily the way to build it, and then probably going through the draft and building block by block is actually more consistent, as long as the salaries don't get in the way like they did in Boston. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And LeBron needs to win the NBA Finals, unfortunately. That is the only way this will be considered a success, in my opinion. All right, well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let us know what you think about the Philadelphia Super Team. Do you have a different point of view? Let us know down in the comments. So keep your fandom alive and your wardrobe engaged. Until next time, fellow nerds. This is Nerd Breaking News.